Yeah, it's sad that journalism takes things out of context because journalism is designed to have us read an article amongst the lots of other options that we have. And the same with the YouTube titles and any book title. It's often a misnomer. It's often a lead in. It's often something taken out of context to get us to fire our impulse. And as we operate, about a decade ago, I learned that much of the psychology and the elders of the lecture circuit and the professors believe that, and in ancient Ayurvedic and ancient Japanese medicine, they believe that 90% of how we operate is based on what's going on in the unconscious mind and the subconscious. So when I look at that, I say, how are we going to tap into people that are thinking that they're rational, but they're making decisions on the unconscious mind? And that's why the legal system we have and the journalistic system and the TV and the media, it's all based on firing these impulses, which happen largely in the unconscious mind, but a bit also in the conscious mind. And it's a nasty business that fires these impulses. It's as nasty as sugar, caffeine, chemicals, the fat, sugar, and salt that are injected or made to take place in our food that fire our biochemistry. It's a nasty business of selling product out there and selling thought and knowledge as a product.
Yeah, well, that's one of the primary things that's wrong with America, if you don't mind me saying so, because women are constantly striving to be the perfect size, to have the perfect everything, and it's unsustainable and it's not healthy. And, we see that in our magazines, we see that in our culture, we see that in how we treat people, how they look, their image. There was a story I read the other day about a woman. She got on an airplane and she was overweight and she sat next to this person. It's from the other person's perspective, and the other person was saying, like, oh, there's a heavy person sitting next to me, and and then this person didn't want to talk to this woman because she was heavy. And the woman was happy and joyful and lovely, and she eventually got through to this person, and this person's like, well, would you look at that? This person's actually beautiful. And the woman who was heavy was saying, I love my life. My life is now. I'm a well-loved woman. And when she got off the plane, there were like 30 people waiting for her. Cheers. Everyone loved her. And so the lesson there really is the woman who was overweight was living her life and loving, and people loved her. And that is the point, So, I mean, we don't want to, it's not like we want to promote people being unhealthy, but she made a conscious decision that she was going to live her life in joy and bliss and for others. And people worshiped her. They couldn't wait to get near her. They couldn't wait to hug her. And so this is a woman who knows how to live. So women are constantly, and I see this a lot because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a coach. So I'm doing the marketing too. And I'm being very careful and selective about how I market things because I believe in authenticity. I believe in being real. I believe in emotional honesty. I believe in being who you are. And I think a woman should follow her own nature. And I'm seeing a lot of stuff where it's like, this woman is really beautiful, cut, and she's trying to convince every woman to be like that, in 6 weeks or less. And I'm like, oosh, 6 weeks or less. How about we go slowly, like an Ayurvedic, like you were mentioning, and we just go slowly and we feel good along the way, and we love ourselves along the way. The whole time we can love ourselves and still make changes. We don't have to do a 6-week boot camp. We can actually create a new lifestyle from like when we build a garden and the soil, and then we plant a seed, and then we nurture it, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, that's just our lifestyle.